Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today we're exploring a big question. What is the proof that Islam is true from the Qur'an? We'll look at scientific evidence in the Qur'an, logical evidence for Islam, and even Qur'an miracles that serve as clear signs from Allah. If you've ever wondered about the evidence of Allah in Islam and how these verses connect to our world today, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and comment Islam is true to learn more. First question, can we begin with the verse about the early universe described as smoke? How does that serve as scientific evidence in the Qur'an and a sign that Islam is true?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When scientists describe the early universe, they speak of a stage filled with dense, opaque matter. No stars, no galaxies, just a vast cloud. The Qur'an expressed this as Dukhān, in smoke. In the verse, ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى إِلَى السَّمَاءِ وَهِيَ دُخَانٌ. Then he directed himself to the heaven while it was smoke. The word Dukhān paints a simple yet powerful image, a diffuse, hazy state before light appeared. What modern cosmology calls a hot, dense phase, the Qur'an described in timeless words. For listeners in the 7th century, this language was clear, and for us today, it serves as scientific evidence in the Qur'an, and a reminder that revelation and knowledge walk hand in hand, guiding the heart toward humility before the Creator.
That's fascinating. And there's also that another verse that says the heavens and the earth were once joined, then separated. Many connect this to the universe's beginning. How does that act as both scientific evidence in the Qur'an and a logical sign that Islam is true, a true Qur'an miracle for our time?
The Qur'an declares, أَنَّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ كَانَتَا رَتْقًا فَفَتَقْنَاهُمَا. The heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them. The Arabic is profound. Ratqan means sealed, compact with no gap. فَفَتَقْنَاهُمَا means to split, to tear apart, to unfold. In just a few words, the Qur'an describes the universe's beginning, an initial unity followed by vast separation. Modern science explains this as the expansion of the universe, galaxies, stars, and worlds emerging from one dense origin. The Qur'an doesn't use equations, but it conveys the essence in timeless words. For seekers of truth, this becomes powerful scientific evidence in the Qur'an, and a logical proof that Islam is true. How could such knowledge exist in the 7th century unless it came from the one who created everything?
That's incredible. And there's also that vivid verse about the sky as a protected ceiling. Many people ask how this is connected with modern science and what it means for faith.
The Qur'an says, وَجَعَلْنَا السَّمَاءَ سَقْفًا مَحْفُوظًا. We made the sky a protected ceiling. Today we know the atmosphere functions exactly like that, shielding us from harmful rays, blocking countless meteors, and creating the conditions for life. The beauty lies in the Qur'an's timeless imagery. Everyone understands the idea of a roof protecting what is beneath it. This is one of the Qur'an miracles. A verse that was clear for a shepherd in the desert, yet still profound for a modern scientist. It is both scientific evidence and a sign from Allah, guiding hearts toward faith.
Following the idea of a protected sky, there's also the verse that says life itself is rooted in water. How does this serve as both scientific evidence in the Qur'an and as a logical proof that Islam is true?
The Qur'an declares, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. We made from water every living thing. Modern science confirms this. Every organism, from the simplest cell to the most complex being, depends on water. It is the medium of life, essential for growth, survival, and continuity. Without water, life cannot exist. The Qur'an captures this truth in a phrase that is short, timeless, and universal. For believers and seekers alike, it stands as Qur'an evidence and a clear sign from Allah that creation is deliberate, not accidental.
There's also another striking image, layers of darkness in a deep sea with wave upon wave. How does this become further evidence from the Qur'an and a Qur'an miracle for sincere seekers?
The verse says, كظلمات في بحر لجي يغشاه موج من فوقه موج. Darkness in a vast deep sea, covered by waves upon waves. The imagery is remarkable. In the deep ocean, light fades quickly, and beneath the surface, unseen waves move under other waves, internal currents that only modern science has confirmed. Yet the Qur'an describes this mystery with precision, in words that remain simple and accessible. This is not coincidence. It is scientific evidence in the Qur'an, offering seekers of truth a glimpse into divine knowledge beyond human reach.
And there's also the verse that speaks of the night sky being adorned with lamps. What message is carried in that image?
The Qur'an says, وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ. We adorned the lowest heaven with lamps. It's a powerful picture, a universe that is largely dark, yet illuminated by stars scattered like radiant lamps across an endless expanse. The Qur'an conveys this not as a textbook of physics, but as one of its timeless Qur'an miracles, a reminder of divine artistry. Each star is both a sign of beauty and a proof that Islam is true, calling the heart to see order and purpose in creation.
From the heavens to the mountains, each sign leads back to the Creator's purpose. The Qur'an's miracles remain timeless proof that Islam is true. Subscribe and comment Islam is true to share the message. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.